Hi everybody, it's Kim Wilson here. I can't believe it's week number or month number 4 in our online series of card classes. It seems like forever. And these cards today will be in the Unit 4 in our Say It With Color Paper Crafting Facebook group. Okay, this is the first card I'm going to do. There'll be a series of 3, but before I start, I just wanted to introduce to you the Forever Greenery Suite, which was my favorite when I first saw the new catalog, so I've been just really enjoying this suite. Green is my favorite color, and so look at all these beautiful greens. I just wanted to show you what was in the suite. First, let's see, let me grab some of the products here to show you. Everything in the suite is this little grouping down here. Unfortunately, you can't buy the whole suite right now because there's one item that is non-orderable because everybody else likes this suite as well, and that is the die set. Right now you can't order those, and there's a couple of things on back order that can still be ordered, such as these beautiful gold hoops. It's kind of like jewelry for your cards, so they're nice and flat so you can mail them and use them for wreaths or whatever you need a pretty gold circle for. So those are the gold hoop embellishments. And I also love the greenery trim combo pack. It comes with 2 different ribbons. You can see I've almost used this one up. This one is so soft and nice. It's kind of a vanilla color. White and off-white, and then this one is really cool too. This is a gold cord, and you can see at the end that when that it opens up into various strands, which is really fun. So we'll use that today in class, and we're also going to use the embossing folders, and it comes with 2 different folders together. This is the greenery embossing folders. We'll be using this one today. And this is what it looks like when it's embossed, really pretty ferns. And then the second one is this one, and it looks like this one, it's embossed. Some green leaves there, and here I have it embossed on vellum, which is kind of fun as well. And some of the new embossing folders you've noticed are kind of skinny, and that's because they will fit in the new mini machine that we have coming out later this year. It's in the catalog right now, but it won't be available till probably more towards the end of 2020. Okay, so those we'll put away, and this one is really fun. This is so bright and shiny. This is the, let me get the name right, Forever Gold Laser Cut Specialty Paper. So you get 3 of this sheet here with these fun labels and ferns and different leaves, and you get 3 of this one, which I've already almost used up, and it has all these fun die cut shapes like this that you can use on top of your cards. And you should have received one of that in one of your kits. I think our second card we do today will be using that fun piece. And oh, I wanted to show you, I even saved the edges and I used those on a different card. So that's a fun little tip. And then, of course, the beautiful paper with all the different greens. Okay, let me put these aside, and I'll grab the stamp set. Okay. Here's the stamp set, and if you turn the page, you can see the stamps, and the ones that are shaded out are the ones that the dies fit around. And then there's also some dies that just cut out some greens here. And if you see the little lines there, they also give a little faint embossing as you cut them out. And I think you should have received, and for one of your cards, one or the other of those 2 dies. And then for this one that we're doing first, you have one of these cutouts, and then a few of the little tiny ones there too. There's actually 4 of them in this set, so you can cut out a whole bunch at once. So, and I wanted to just mention that the stamp set is one of our distinctive stamps, which means you get shading different shadings as you stamp. It's specially made. And here I have stamped all of the leaf stamps with some different colors. These are all the coordinating colors from the designer series paper. So we've got first shaded spruce, then garden green, then pear pizzazz, then soft seafoam, and then a more bluish green or pretty peacock. And you can see how pretty those look. You can see just one stamp and you get all that variation of shading. So, and there's a little speckle stamp too. So let's see, I'm going to leave out shaded spruce and pear pizzazz to use today, and I'll put the rest of this away. Okay. So the first card is a note card and envelope, which I love using a lot because they're just so simple to grab. Everything's cut and scored and ready to go. So we will just get ready to put this card together. Okay, those of you that have the card kits should have all the pieces. And let me find my glue here. We'll start putting it together. Okay, so I have a shaded spruce piece to go on first, and I made it just a tiny bit smaller than the card just so it wouldn't stick out. So we'll just put a little glue on there and put it together. And then the embossed vellum piece, and I just love dry embossing on vellum. It's just such a neat look. All right, now the one trick about adhering vellum is that your glue is going to show through if you have blotches. So I have a dedicated sponge that I keep in this little container because I use it for my Tombow glue, and there's just no washing it out, so it's always a little sticky. So I'm going to put a dab of glue on my silicone mat and just dab a little bit of glue on the back here, and I'm going to keep it kind of behind where the embossing is because then it's less apt to show through, and that'll hold it on just fine. Now if you're putting something on top of a vellum panel, you can always just put your glue under where the other piece is going to go. Okay, so we're going to put that on top like that. And you can see there's a little bit of glue showing through there, but not too bad. And in the center is nice and clear because I didn't put any glue there. So there's that piece. Now we're going to get out our little bits here to make this fancy. Okay, we've got our gold hoop, and I'm just going to put some little tiny dots of glue all around this in a couple places to hold that together. So we'll put that on next, and I just have that in the center, and that might take a little bit to dry. I might have to hold that down a little bit. Okay, let's see if it'll stay while I do the rest. Maybe I'll tie my ribbon while I'm waiting for that to dry. Now I knotted the ribbons in the gold trim in your kit just so it wouldn't all come apart, because this ribbon just really wants to come apart and look all nice and glittery. So I'm going to tie my bow like that, and you can leave the knots in if you like, or you can just snip them off. And if you see on my sample, I kind of just let it all come apart there on the edges, and it looks pretty cool. Let's try that again. Tying bows on camera is not the most fun thing to do. So if you're watching, give me a like or something so I can get some encouragement here on bow tying. Okay, if you're watching on the replay, maybe you can just add a comment later. Okay, there we've got a little bow, and I've got a lot of excess here, which I'll trim off when I put that on. Okay, maybe my gold hoop is going to stay so I can put the other pieces together. Now I know Denise already put her kit together. The instructions sheets are already up in Unit 4 on our Facebook group, so if you rather use the instruction sheets than look at the video, that's good. They're up there and ready to go, and you can print them off for future reference. Okay, now we're going to add the little bits here. And I just realized I should have done my inside stamping before I put this all together. So I probably will just skip the stamping inside and show you my sample for this one. Stay there. We'll add our 3 little fronds and then our, let's see, I can't remember if I used a glue dot on this or not. We'll see if the Tombow glue will hold it down there. If not, just kind of squeeze a little glue dot there and to hold it together. And then I'm just going to trim off the edges, and then it'll look just like our sample here. And let me show you the inside. Okay, I just took one of the stamps from Forever Fern, this one, Love and Laughter Forever After, and stamped that in the shaded spruce color, and then some of the leaves in Pear Pizzazz. And there you have it. There's our first card. Let's see, I wanted to show you some more note cards that I made. These are just some simple stamping cards, just stamps, ink, and paper. Let's start with this one, Pear Pizzazz ferns, and just a simple sentiment. And this one, just a little more added to it, the sentiment in the center and the ferns all around the edges. Let's see, this one is a fun card. You can take a little post-it note and cover over the spot where you want your sentiment, and then stamp your ferns. Take off the post-it note and stamp your sentiment, and that's kind of a fun look. And here is a real pretty idea. I just took my Cajun Craze watercolor pencil and added some little bit of color to the leaves there. It makes it more of a fall color. And just a simple hello, and that one's ready. And of course, don't forget to stamp on your envelopes. Okay, let's check my handout. Looks like I have shown you everything for this card, so I'm going to sign off for this card and then get set up for the next one. Okay, see you in a couple of minutes for the next card.